Just for the record, that's the first time he said fortunate all year. So when we lose, we're not fortunate. Huh? Got to be willing to get fortunate around here. That's a tough standard. Proud of our guys, just proud of our effort. It took us a while to learn how to compete as a team and play as a team. You know, there's a lot of ways to turn the ball over. You know, shot selection, you can have bad shots. Chuck Baker had a turnover today when he splattered a tomato off the side of that glass with one of his shot attempts. But you know, we've learned how to move the ball in the offense, who gets the ball where, and that takes a while to do that. You know, you have to be real careful about what you want to work on when you take over a program. For us, I chose to work on our culture, you know, and our foundation, which is how hard we play, playing together, passing up good shots for great shots, defending, getting on the floor after loose balls. That's got to be who Cougar basketball is. Now, once we learn how to play, the basketball stuff will come into play. Then as the years go by, we'll get better and better players, and we'll become a factor in this conference. But for this year, this is our journey. It's not our destination. It's a good win today, but you know, for us, it's more about validating the things that we've been working on. So but more than anything else, I was really, really happy for our guys because they've had so many close games this year. But you know, as the season's gone on, give them credit. They've gotten better and better and better. We're better. Yesterday's practice, we practiced at 9 o'clock this morning. Every time we go on the court, we seem to get a little bit better.
Such an impressive stat, just one turnover. How important is taking care of the ball and doing little things like you stressed all season?
Yeah, that plus shot selection. You know, as I said, you know, there's a lot of ways to turn the ball over. You know, we do little drills in practice. You know, you can talk to them about our outside hand drill. We talk about taking care of the basketball. You know, we've lost a lot of close games this year, and I think we had to lose those games. You have to lose those games to figure out how to win close games, unless you're you know, unless you're Atlanta Hawks or I can't believe I said the Atlanta Hawks, but they're the best team in the NBA. But unless you're a great team, you've got to figure out how to win close games. I don't think, I didn't say much about it, but you know, LJ didn't break a sweat from the month of July until late December. You know, from the middle of December on, I look at the games we were losing. That was September for him. He didn't get a chance to practice or with the team or get in shape. He came off a broken foot that he broke twice. He re-broke it in September, and that's why he didn't come back to December. You saw what kind of point guard he is. He didn't play like that in December when we were losing a bunch of games, but that shows you what he's capable of doing. But when you got a smart, heady, cerebral point guard, and you have a system where they know where the ball goes, then it comes now down to execution and playing smart. You know, one of the things we talked about last night in film was, you know, we don't have to play a great game to win this game today. And we didn't. I mean, we only shot, what did we shoot from the floor? 37. Yeah, we shot 37% and won, so it's not like we played great. But we did play smart, and that was what I was looking for.
How does it feel to finally get that monkey off your back to get your first conference win?
Never thought about that. If it was my 5th or 6th year, I'd probably think about it. But I've won a few conference championships over the years. So with this team, I was always focused on the journey and making sure we got better. But as far as winning the first conference win, I don't know that even matters to me right now.
OJ, can you describe how you're feeling? Can you sense the team getting better every day in practice?
Yeah, every day we're learning how to win. Defensively, we're playing hard. We're learning how to play hard and compete, and that's all Coach is stressing on every day. Just keep on getting better, and we'll start seeing the results.
OJ, it seemed like the flow of the game was a lot smoother than it has been in the last couple of minutes. A lot of flow, everything was clicking. Can you comment on that?
You know, past few days in practice, we've gone over our offensive sets, what sets we want to run when we're going away from coach, and you know, Chuck and I have just taken what we've learned in practice, and we have to be more vocal on the floor and get guys in position so that we don't have as many breakdowns.
As a point guard, the stat of only one turnover, what's your thoughts on that, and also the comments Coach made, how much you've grown just in the short amount of time you've been on the play?
Like you said, guys in the right spots at the right time. We're learning how to play with each other. We're learning how to stay in our lanes and not try to do too much. And, every day I'm feeling better, better and better with this team. And I'm learning how to play hard and compete.
Coach, could you talk a little bit about Barnes? It looked like for a while he was out of the game. It looked like he had a severe injury.
Yeah.
Comes in and just makes a big contribution.
Yeah, I think every team needs a LaRon Barnes. There's nothing flashy or pretty or glitzy about him. He's kind of like Old Man River. He just kind of flows along. He just does his job. He's an excellent rebounding wing. He can guard the other team's best player. He guarded number 22 for Rice the other night, did a great job. Today he did a good job on a tough matchup in Hamilton. I don't know what kind of Hamilton's tough matchup. But LaRon stabilizes us. We have some guys that tend to get a little emotional as they become more mature and able to not get so high or too low. Just learn how to mature and handle your emotions, and they will when they go through moments like these. LaRon's like that all the time. That's why he's important for us on the floor.
Anything else?
What kind of lift did the bench give you guys? Kevon and Eric? What
Yeah.
kind of lift did they give you guys?
Great question. Tremendous. I've been critical of our bench this year because it's been sporadic. But the last couple of games, Mikal was tremendous the last game against Rice, and then Chuck came in tonight. We put LJ on boat right for a reason, so we wouldn't get cross-matched in transition. I wanted to make sure LJ stayed on him, but being able to rest LJ around those timeouts, and sometimes you just say, son, just don't hurt us. If you don't hurt us, you're going to help us. Well, Chuck went in there and helped us. He was a difference maker in there. He made a couple threes, made some good defensive plays. I wish I could have played him a little bit more. He probably deserved to play a little bit more, but that'll give him motivation to work harder in practice. And Eric had 8 rebounds the first half. But Eric's one of our best rebounders. Our best rebounder on our team. We got 2 really good rebounders in Barnes and Pollard. Problem is they just don't have much size, and Weary. Those are our 3 best rebounders: Weary, Pollard, and Barnes. Those 3 guys are pretty good rebounders. Problem is all the teams we're facing, like SMU's got 4, 6, 10 guys, and Memphis, Cincinnati. Everybody's just huge, and we will be eventually. This team, we're competing and doing the things that this team needs to do. This program will be known for going forward. This is why this year is important. This is a really important year. There's only one way this year could have been a failure, and that's if we did not come out of this year understanding, these kids not understanding what our culture is, what it means to play Cougar basketball. If we didn't get that, then this year is a failure. That's why this is a great year so far. The wins and losses, I don't care what our conference record is. So what? 2 years from now, who's going to remember what our conference record is? I've been doing this too many years. But the kids that come into the program next year, those kids coming back, now they start teaching them, and that's how you build a program. I don't want a good team. It's not hard to throw together some good players, and you look up, you got a good team. I've never been interested in that. We're going to build a great program. And you build a great program by understanding who you are and having an identity, and the kids understanding that. And we're building that. So, we'll continue to build. It's a good win Wednesday against Rice, good win today against Connecticut. We've got a great opportunity Thursday against Tulsa.
Got time for 1 or 2 more.
LJ, coming off back-to-back wins, how much confidence does that give you guys coming into one of the tougher opponents in conference?
It gives us confidence. It feels good to win, but we know we just got to get back to work, and we got to work even harder for our next game and for the our rest of our schedule.